Joe Goldberg would not stand for this.
No, don't do that. Now, when I first started reading it, I almost DNF'd it. This thing picked up in the last third of the book, as they usually do. It's like there's a mystery and she just realized what it was, but we don't know what it is. She's basically like, I know now, and then it's over. What? Share with the class. I hit my first ever gigantic reading slump. I'm just saying, turn the volume off on your phone.
Dogs are out right now, hang on.
Your what?
My dogs.
Okay, so for today's video, my boyfriend is gonna pick out books for me to read for the week. He's going to pick a book that I have on my bookshelf, and I'm not allowed to say anything. He just has to pick at random. And then we're going to go to Walmart because we don't have a bookstore by us. So we're gonna go to the Walmart book section, and he's gonna pick out a book for me to read. And again, I can't say anything. So he can pick out something he knows I like, something he knows I don't like, something he's just gonna guess on. And so, introducing, don't trip, my boyfriend.
Oh man, I can't.
Say hi.
Hi.
The one thing I will tell you is what I have read.
Okay. Which one would be?
I've read The Top Shelf.
Okay.
And you can't pick any of these because these are my TBR for this month.
So if I throw this book right here, you go read this whole book?
No! Don't do that to me!
I forgot a good name. So you've read a lot of like fantasy books, right?
I'd say most of them are fantasy. This month
I mean
read
like the
a lot
Avatar
that are-
books and stuff like that?
Yeah, those are fantasy.
And you go horror.
I don't know if any of mine are actually horror
There
or
is.
if they're just thriller.
Well, they're kind of like horror thriller, like Stephen King. What are these? You ever read this one?
Nope.
Grim. I'm gonna try not to tear you up. There you go.
This one?
Uh-huh.
Okay, The Stars Are Dying. This, I believe, has vampires in it. Cool.
Now we can put it up.
This is actually the book I bought myself when I reached 1,000 followers on TikTok. BookTok. Got it from Walmart.
USA Today, best-selling author.
Don't act like you know how to read.
I don't know how. I don't know.
The map.
No, man. Time for the freaking warning.
Trigger warnings?
Yeah,
This
trigger.
isn't one with trigger warnings.
Oh gosh, that picture with it.
Are you ready to go Walmart?
Yeah, let's go on, man.
Okay. Alright, there's some there, and then there's some on that side.
I like there's crosswords. I hasn't like you. There it is.
There it is.
Iron Flame. It's in Crescent City or House of the Sky Birth, have you?
No, I haven't read those yet. There's 3 of them, and they're massive.
Yeah, they look crazy. You know, I'll do you a favor. I'll go buy you this one.
Are you really?
I'm gonna buy you this one.
Aww.
Look how it looks so good. It's gonna work on it. That sounds awful too.
I mean, you can change out the cover if the cover's the only problem.
There's like minor imperfections I'm seeing. It's like, Joe Goldberg would not stand for this.
Just want you to know this. You're being a good book boyfriend.
Crispy.
You happy?
Perfect. Yeah, I'll drop it.
Okay, so we have The Stars Are Dying by Chloe something. And then Iron Flame. I'm so excited. He was nice to me. He loves me. Yeah. And he got the Iron Flame because I just read Fourth Wing and I was obsessed. And so now I have to read this so I can quickly get to Onyx Storm that everyone in the world has already read because it just came out. I'm so excited. But anyways, we have 2 fantasy books and she's thick. So hopefully this won't take me too long, but I'm excited. Hi. So I'm a terrible booktuber. I mean, I'm a terrible YouTuber in general. Like, you'd think after being on YouTube for like 5 years or so, I'd be better at remembering to film what I need to film. But alas, here we are. I am halfway through this book. And I know the last clip you saw of me was like just sitting down and like, here's the books my boyfriend picked out. And now here I am several days later, like 5 days later, 4 or 5 days later, and I'm halfway through the book. So anyways, I figured, you know, better late than never. So I am halfway through the book. This is the book without the cover on it because I don't like reading with the covers because they just fall off and bend and they're annoying. This is what the cover looks like. Initial impressions. So like I said, I'm about halfway through, a little more than. So there's like, it's taking a lot of brain power for this. Now, when I first started reading it, I almost DNF'd it. Because, so there was the prologue, right? Which wasn't very long, obviously. It's just the prologue. But I didn't understand what the heck was happening. It felt like during a movie when they open with a scene like in the middle of something and there's all these like bad guys standing around. They're talking about something like really dangerous and really important. And you're just like, what are you talking about? Like, okay, and then they just get into the story and you're supposed to remember when the time comes. Oh yeah, that's what the prologue was talking about. I do not like that kind of storyline because I don't like being confused. Going into it confused is kind of gonna like annoy me for the beginning of the movie or the story. I'm not gonna remember, like, I don't know, I just start the story, you know. But anyway, so it started with the prologue that I had no idea what was going on and it made no sense, and I still to this moment have no idea what I read. I'll probably have to reread it at the end of the book just to know what the heck it was. But then the story started and it was really confusing and like something about the writing style, I don't know. I was lost and I was getting annoyed and I was reading it. I remember I was sitting next to my boyfriend and I'm like, what? I even read some things out loud to him and I'm like, what? So it was just really confusing, but I'm like, no, I'm going to stick with it because this is a beautiful book. I know I'm judging the book by its cover. Really, I'm judging the book by its sprayed edges because that's flipping gorgeous. But I was like, no, stick through it longer. See if this is something. And I'm glad I did. Like, it is definitely better. I'm definitely interested in it now. I don't know what I'm going to rate it. Like, right now I'm thinking 3.5 stars so far. Like, I don't know. I don't want to say too much yet because we're still getting to the good part, I can tell. And there's got to be a twist or something coming along. I don't know. But apparently this is the first book in a trilogy, the Nightfall trilogy. I didn't know that. So I hope this is good enough that I'll want to read the other ones. Halfway through. Today is January 31st. So I am determined to finish this today, which is terrifyingly daunting because like that's a lot of pages for one day, and I've already been reading. I have been reading already, and but luckily I have like my major things that I have to get done for the week done. So really I can just sit around and rot and read all day long today, and so I'm going to do it. I hate not being super productive, but it's fine. I didn't take my Ritalin today, so it's not going to waste. I'm just going to rot away reading this book, and I hope it's worth it because the next book is Iron Flame and I can't wait. Okay. Okay, so it's the next day, February 1st. So I didn't finish it in January, but I'm still gonna count it as a January read. Okay, it's gonna be in the January recap. It's fine. I'm almost done with it. I mean, This thing picked up in the last third of the book, as they usually do, but like it picked up big time. Anyways, I have 2 chapters left and then 2 bonus chapters, so 4 chapters left, but we're going to finish this now before the boyfriend gets home from the soccer game, because then he's gonna bother me and I won't be able to read. But okay, I've had so many different theories and I've been wrong. Not like super far off. Like I've been close with some things, just not 100%. So that's always fun. What? What kind of ending is that? So this isn't like a spoiler. Well, maybe it is. I won't say anything, but oh my gosh. It's like there's a mystery and she just realized what it was, but we don't know what it is. She's basically like, I know now, and then it's over. What? Share with the class. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna read the bonus scenes now. Okay, I'm done. Oh my gosh. The cliffhanger is so frustrating. Oh my goodness. Okay, but in a good way. I think I'm gonna give this 4 stars. It started off slow, okay, very slow. I was not happy with it, but it got better enough that I think, I'd say maybe like a 3.75 or 4, but I don't like those little, I do it by halves or wholes. So I'm just gonna round up and say 4 because I'm a generous book reviewer. Would I recommend you read this? I would probably read other ones before this. It probably should be like a 3, but I liked the ending, like the end part of it enough, and I had some like giggling and like kicking my feet that I'm gonna give it 4, just under 4. I don't know. It was. I also think maybe depending on your headspace when you get into it, like if you're not in the headspace of learning like a whole new world and stuff like that, it's a lot. And trying to learn names and stuff like that. And I have to read Iron Flame after this. I don't get a fantasy break, but I'm hoping that won't be as daunting to like learn stuff because I already know the characters from the first book, and so any add-ons won't be like insane, not like a whole new world like this was. But I did enjoy it. There were twists that I didn't expect, and even things that I did kind of expect, I still kind of got it wrong. So I like it. I'm happy I got it, and I will be reading the second book when it comes out. I think they said it's called The Night is Defying. I need to look up and see if there's a release date for that yet or not, but I'm excited to finally put this on my shelf up there next to Fourth Wing and the black sprayed edges. Okay, Iron Flame is next. I don't know if I'm starting it tonight or tomorrow, but we'll see. Hi. Okay, so it has been a long time since I filmed what you just saw of me. I was almost halfway through this book when I hit my first ever gigantic reading slump. Okay, this reading slump lasted 3 to 4 weeks, and that is not because I didn't like this book. Okay, at the end of the day, This book was a 4.5-star read for me. Like, it was so good. The reason I don't want to rate it 5 stars is because it really didn't need to be this thick, okay? And there were some lulls. I think it would take a lot for me to rate a really thick book 5 stars, but it was so good. And my reading slump was not because of this book. The reading slump, I believe, was because I read like 3 or so romantasy fantasy books, and those can take a lot out of you. They can be a lot of brain power, and so I really think that's what put me in it. So then I had to get out of it because I didn't want to push through this and not you're sliding down. What is wrong with this thing? You're just instantly sliding down. Anyways, yeah, so I think the slump was from all those fantasy books in a row, which for someone like me, wouldn't recommend. I don't want to do that again. So like if I read a big fantasy book, I'm going to pick a completely different genre and probably a smaller book to read next because it's a lot, especially when they're like different worlds and you're having to like reintroduce characters and it's a lot. But this book was so good. And when I tell you the ending had my jaw on the floor and I wanted to scream. No spoilers, because if you haven't read it yet, I don't want to spoil anything for you, but it's insane, okay? It is truly insane, and I loved it. So, sorry you didn't get like an aesthetic of me reading this, because I didn't want to fake it, because it's just, let's be real. But next, when my boyfriend comes home from practice, I am going to have him guess what I rated the 2 books that he picked for me. I really don't know what he's going to do because I really don't talk to him about my ratings. Like, I'll talk to him about how I feel about the book, but like actual ratings, I don't talk to him about. So let's see if he can guess it. Okay. Hi, baby. Okay. All right. So if you remember, these are the 2 books you picked out for me: The Stars Are Dying and Iron Flame. Oh, I should.
And I bought that.
Yeah, you bought them.
Yeah.
You have to guess what you think I thought about them, what you think I rated them star-wise.
Out of how many stars?
Out of 5 stars, and I do halves. Like, I don't do like 3.75. It's either a full or a half. Yeah. Okay, so this one. Do you remember what it was about as I was telling you about it?
Stars Are Dying. Isn't that's not the vampire one that hate babies or kids?
No, that's the one I just read.
Okay.
This is one that I struggled to get into in the beginning, and I said like they just started and I had no idea what was going on. And it was about vampires, like they were kind of like vampires, but a version of them. Yeah, is that it? I don't know what else I actually told you. A girl was trapped by this guy who said he was protecting her, but it turns out more he was just keeping her hostage for himself. Oh, yeah. When she got out, the guy, he would like show up, but he wasn't really there, and he was, and it's like, oh, is he the bad guy, or is his brother the bad guy? And then the brother and them, like, I remember you said they were, like, both doing something, or I can't remember what you were saying. And you said it kind of ended bad. It's been, like, 2 months since this video. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I didn't love the ending. Yeah. I'm going to say 2.5 stars. 2.5 stars? Yeah. One thing to know about me, I probably am overly nice to books. Yeah. But no, 4.5. 4.5? Because the beginning was really hard to get into, but once I got into it, I loved it. And the way it made me feel, the ups and downs that it pulled me through with the male main character was impressive. How I was like up and down with it. And that's the kind of stuff I rate on if a book's good. A book can make me feel like crap, but if it made me feel that strongly, it's a good book, even if I felt badly kind of thing. Okay. But the ending frustrated me, but in the way that I want to pick up the second book to see what the heck's happening. But that's the first time, I've never talked to you about my rating scale or like how I rate, so. Yeah, I figured you'd probably I feel like you'd be over nice. I feel like I'm a person that you gotta finish strong. Yeah. Anyways, okay, so Iron Flame. Took your favorite read? Yes, this is the one that I got the 3-week reading slump from. Yeah. So I stopped halfway through. A month later, I picked it back up. Yeah. So if you get that one a 4.5, I would just say 3 on that one. I gave this one a 4.5 as well. Gee. No. Okay, I lied. This one's 4. Okay. This one's 4.5 because what's making me not go to 5 is because no book needs to be this long. In my opinion, they need to be a little bit shorter and just make more books. But it was still really good the whole time, and I did enjoy it. But some of the big things, the ending, I didn't even tell you what the ending was. Unreal. Like, I knew you were saying like certain things where like the certain dragons were dying or whatever. Yeah, like there's some strong deaths in there and stuff like that, but 4.5. The first book was 5 stars all the way. This 4.5, and what's taking it not being 5 is just because Like, I feel like all this dragged out a little too much. I just think big books, they don't need to be this big, but that's why. So, you picked me out a 4 and a 4.5 star book.
Nice.
You did a good job. So, that's all. Thanks for picking out some really awesome reads. Yeah. Even though I'm going to say you cheated on the second one because you knew I wanted to read it.
Oh, Iron Flame, yeah, because they can block and blow it. Black Onyx?
Onyx Storm.
Yeah, Onyx Storm.
Hey, you're close for not being a bookie.
Yeah.
A book girly.
Yeah. Next book is going to be that one.
Okay, that's all. Say hi to my boyfriend. Be nice. Thanks for watching. Wait. Thanks so much for watching and have a wonderful day. Bye!